Jason Levine with the Dice Tower here for another Gen Con preview. I'm here with Zev from Wizkids, and we're going to be looking at a few of their games. But the first one, now this to me, this is a hot game. It's not out yet, but it's Magic the Gathering, Heroes of Dominaria. I mean, Magic the Gathering board game. Tell me about this. I'm so excited.
It is a Euro-style game, an engine builder, as you would. You got these are not. This is obviously prototype components. You have your heroes that you can recruit. You have monoliths that you can build to get you some mana, as well as you're going to be traveling around the board collecting mana. And you have ley lines that allow you to collect mana from spaces further away from you. You're going to use that mana to build various things. And every time you build, you're going to get victory points at the end of the game. So the more you build, right, the more points you get. And sometimes you get some bonuses, extra mana, you'll get quests. And that's the other thing about this game. It's very quest-driven. You'll see the big tiles in the corner there. Those are public quest tiles that anybody can do. And there are two versions of them. So you have 10 points and 7 points. And then you have quests that you can solve over here. And they're worth all points. And they do various things, usually traveling from one place, getting to another, building a certain number of components, or connecting components. The other thing you could do is discover artifacts. Artifacts that allow you to enhance your engine building or do other things. Like here you have lightning greaves. Here we have like the Blackblade Reforge, and they do various things. Sometimes they can also reduce the cost of certain actions. Yeah, it's a Euro-style game. It's 2 to 4 players, takes about 75 to 90 minutes or so to play, and you'll see you got the Planeswalker. Everyone's have a Planeswalker abilities. Oh, the other thing you can do is you can confront the Cabal. So in this storyline, the Cabal are sort of messing with the lands in Dominaria, and you can't collect mana where the Cabal are, but you can confront them and build on them, and those are worth points. So the more Cabal that you defeat, you cover these spaces up, and that's the points that are worth at the end of the game.
Oh no, it sounds interesting. So show me a lot more of these cards. I want to see more about this game.
You get a mana deck, a land deck. When you flip it, you put mana on every space of that color. Sometimes you'll add an artifact in the named city, and sometimes you'll put a Cabal in a named city. But you're always going to put mana every turn. Then you have movement actions. Usually you start out with one because you start out with one hero on the board, and you got one move action. But the more heroes you recruit, you see you can get more move actions, and you can move the same or multiple heroes up to the number of move actions that you have. So if I have 2 move actions, I can move one guy twice, 2 guys once. And I can do that before or after my Planeswalker abilities. These are ones is incorrect on the card, but basically by spending white mana, red mana, green, black, blue, you can do various things. Don't forget, for the people who know Magic the Gathering, we know that's the colorless symbol. Yep. So for example, to recruit a hero, it's going to cost you 5 mana total, one of which must be white. Yep. The others could be anything, including white. But you know that you have to spend at least 1 white and 4 of any others, and then you put this in a starting location. Starting locations are marked on the board by a thicker border over there. Ah, very interesting. I've noticed that one of the artifacts is the infamous Black Lotus. You do have a Black Lotus, and we have a couple of them, and we have the Moxes in here as well.
We got to go look through this deck now. Mox Pearl. So is the whole Is the whole 9 here, or most of the 9?
I think we have a Time Vault. I don't think we have Ancestral. Boy, now I'm going
Ancestral
back to
Recall.
Ancestral Recall. We don't have that, and there was one other Time
Vault,
Time
Mox
Twister.
Ruby.
I don't think we have. So it's not the Power 9, but about the Power 7.
It's the Power 7 or 8 here, but you have all these cards. I don't know if these cards will be worth tens of thousands of dollars.
No, I don't think so.
Like the ones printed back in the 90s. But still, if you've ever wanted to use a Black Lotus, here's your chance to actually use a Black Lotus in action in the game.
Yes.
This is pretty exciting. I mean, to bring the license of Magic into a board game, I think is a pretty cool idea.
All right, thank you very much. And again, it's set in the world of Dominaria, in the Magic the Gathering world, but it's not Magic the Gathering, right? So if that's what you want, you go play Magic the Gathering. But this is a nice Euro board game, engine builder, set in the world that people love.
Yes, it sounds very interesting. Well, I hear you have an even more exciting game for me that we're going to have fun with in a second here.
I think so, yes.
Let's go check it out. I'm looking at this, and this looks like the world of Arkham here. So tell me about this one.
This is Arrive, a game of Eldritch contortions. In this game, you are playing, you have a teammate. One person's a great old one, the other is a cultist. The cultist is beseeching the great old one to corrupt parts of Arkham in order to form a specific pattern on their card. You'll see the sigil cards the cultists are holding. And the green spaces are the spaces that we need to be touching. And if you fulfill that, you score the card. And the first player, the first team to score 3 of those sigil cards wins. You are summoned to the plane and get to destroy the world. If you notice, you have to do like 5 spaces, so it's going to be hard to do. So anything that another great old one is corrupting can be used as part of your pattern.
So give me an example here. So I need to actually get on and let's pick a color for me so we can do this.
Okay, so you're going to play Hastur. All right, you're Hastur. You got untouchable. So if I touch you, whatever, you get to banish an appendage.
Oh,
so
wow.
He's your cultist. So he's going to beseech you to go on things. So let's see what happens.
So I can put anything.
You can put anything. He could direct a particular appendage, but you can put any appendage you wish.
Okay.
There you go.
We're going to get someone else from our team into this. Derek, come in here. You are now joining this game.
Take out your backpack.
This is Arrive. This is a real twist on Cthulhu. This might be the most dexterity Cthulhu game ever, I think.
I think so. Now, also, he did tell you the name of the place. He could also have said Blue Eye, and that's also another way to get you to know, in case you don't know what the buildings look like.
O great Cthulhu, horror of the universes, please, I beseech thee to wreck thine funeral home.
Oh, that was easy. All right. By the way, Cthulhu, one of his powers is he can use his head as an appendage.
Oh, your head is an appendage.
All right.
This is a true twist on Twister.
So you whom mortals tremble under, please, I beseech you to destroy the boarding house.
All right.
Now I'm in a weird position for this interview.
Yes,
but
you are.
I am enjoying this very much.
Holy despair, O Cthulhu, the Great One, I beseech upon thee to destroy the children's hospital.
Oh, my lord.
Oh, boy. Derek is now... It's going to be hard for me to reach things, but we will do it.
O Hastur, O darkest entity, please, I beseech you to destroy the historical society, the Green Eye.
There you go. Now you got your balance back.
Now I've got my balance back, yes. Thankfully, my microphone is on my badge here, so you guys can still hear me at home.
Cthulhu, righteous shadow of tormented souls, show this Hastur who's boss, and the late night diner becomes your snack.
No!
Yeah, that's the gray moon over there.
No! No!
Oh, darkest entity, Hastur, please, I beseech you to cover the graveyard.
He wants the graveyard. That's the gray skull right over here.
I couldn't get my leg around.
So what happens is you don't lose. You would just get banished out of Arkham. They swap out the sigil card or turn it over because there's another side. But so Derek would still stay on trying to complete his pattern, and you would just be starting over.
Okay, and if you complete 3 patterns, you win.
Yes, you do 3 sigil cards. The other thing to note is you can orient the patterns in the sigil cards anyway. So you don't have to just do it this way. You can look around and go, oh, okay, what's the best way to get this done? So you can play with it. You're not limited to just one
And
side.
every single character has a different kind of power, it looks
in fact,
like.
2 powers, because there's a ritual mode, which is what you're playing, and then chaos mode, where a lot of it is timed. You have like 10 seconds to make a move. So some of these powers are good in chaos mode, or ritual mode, or that.
I see more. I see Miskatonic University.
So we have 4 more tiles, another color. So right now we play 2 teams of 2. If you play 3 teams of 2, then you add a 5th row of colors, and that's where you get the yellow or any color. I mean, you could swap out any color, but you would get all 20 tiles on the board if you have 6 players.
Well, this is a great twist on Cthulhu.
Yes, it
I
is.
have to say. Thank you, Zev. I'm going to go see Scott now to talk about Dice Masters. You know how much I love that.
I know you do.
So I'm ready
Enjoy.
to talk about this big change to Dice Masters.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So now I'm here with Scott, and we're talking about one of my favorite games of all time, Dice Masters. And you have a big announcement, a big surprise for me. I'm so excited about this.
Well, we have here, we're selling some of our newest Dice Masters campaign boxes and team packs, and showing off one of the ones that's upcoming, a new license for us, the Warhammer 40K Battle for Ultimar, which adds some new mechanics. But you'll notice that this is a different configuration than you're used to seeing in Dice Masters with these campaign boxes and the team packs. So coming up with these sets here, we're going to be changing the format, if you will, for the Dice Masters and how you'd be purchasing it, where you have the campaign box, which is fully playable right out of the box, gives you all the starter materials, what usually was in the starter packs before, contained in here, as well as all 76 custom dice included in this to be able to build teams out of. And then the team packs functionally become sort of your expansion packs, if you will. So we are moving away from the collectible model in that regards for Dice Masters. So it's going to look a little bit more like a typical board game, where you have your game in a box with some expansions that you then can add on to it to give you more playability. In this case here, this is your chance to play some orcs with this team pack, and add some new factions like the Space Wolves. Same thing when we reach over into Marvel and DC. It gives us a chance to add some unique teams that will be different characters that you know and love from comics, movies, what have you, to add on to your campaign box that you started with.
Yes, I mean, okay, I'll be honest with everyone here. He told me this before the interview, but I am so excited about this. I mean, the thing that I said for a long time is I hate collectible, and I just want to get everything in a box, be able to get little expansions as you go, get new characters, and they've done it. I've said for years, I hope that this goes to this model, and they've switched the model. And for those of you who wanted to get into Dice Masters, now you can get into it. You don't have to worry about trying to find the right cards anymore. You're just getting everything. This is so exciting.
And we're very excited about it. We have gotten a lot of feedback from players and from retailers and from everyone, really, that this is a preferred model for a lot of players, and so we're going to try it. It's not to say that you might not see the smaller booster packs at some point. Again, maybe for certain licenses or what have you, releases that we do. We never say never at Wizkids. But,
I want to say never.
but we're looking at doing this model right now, see how it works, because it really has been the feedback that we've gotten is that we want to try to appeal to the board game community and a model that is more familiar to them in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, you did this already about a year or two ago with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one, and that was
Correct.
the only one you did it with at the time.
And that was where we wanted to test it, because it was a new license. We figured there would be a lot of new players coming in at that point, and it worked very well. So we're looking at continuing it with the other licenses.
I'm happy. I mean, I had to sit there. I literally would buy like 6 booster cases and be like rip, trying to get every card, and it would take, just opening those packs took forever, and now I could just rip open some shrink wrap and go, and it's exciting.
Yep. And you got everything that you need to play right out of the box, and then once you've played through all of the that's included here, well then pick up a couple team packs to add some new energy, some new characters, some new dice, some new abilities into your game.
So tell me, which sets do you have? I see, obviously, Avengers Infinity. This one's out already?
This one is out already. The Avengers Infinity set and the team packs that go along with it, we are having available for sale here at Gen Con, and if you check with your local game store, these should be available for you as well there. Actually, one of the team packs might not be out, but within a couple of weeks. The Warhammer 40K sets will be coming out in September. So right now, this is just a advanced box that we're showing in our display case. It's not for sale here.
And I see DC here as well.
Yes, we have DC. This is a Harley Quinn team pack so to add to your DC Dice Masters as well.
No, this is great. I'm super excited. I love Dice Masters, and I'm super excited about this change to the model, and I think it's going to go over very well.
We're looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to have feedback. So absolutely, for any of you Dice Masters players out there, we'd love to hear from you. And for anyone who's new to the game, I encourage you to try it. Or if maybe you didn't get into the game because you weren't interested in the collectible model, well, maybe now's the time to take a look at it again.
Now is the time. I mean, if you don't like collectible but you like good games, this is the time to get into it, because this game is great. And now it'll give more people, it'll be more accessible, give more people a chance to play, and I'm so happy about this, because everyone out there, you should be playing this game. So, what other sets, have you announced other sets yet, or what's down the line?
At this point, the Battle for Ultramar is going to be the one that we've shown in advance, but we certainly have ideas coming up, continuing certainly with Marvel and DC sets, and filling those out even more. But we're always looking.
Excellent. Dungeons & Dragons too, I hope?
Well, we're very happy with the Dungeons & Dragons. We're very happy with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so we'd like to continue with those, and then maybe reach out to some new properties as well.
Ooh, I want to start naming names like we always do. Star Wars, Transformers. We do this every time, and I ask for new licenses, but if they're going to reach out, Star Wars and Transformers. Hint, hint.
Yeah, those would be fun.
Anyway, it's always a pleasure seeing you, Scott.
It's great to see you.
Thank you so much for all the news. And you could get the Dice Masters now and soon, and Warhammer, that's pretty exciting. So this, once again, for the Dice Tower, this has been Jason Levine with another Gen Con preview here at Wizkids.